And welcome to the first WSL game of the afternoon. Here we have last season's reigning premiers, Cockburn Wolves, up against the West Coast Cobras. For the Cockburn Wolves, we've got Mariana Tabane, number 10, Brooke Burdett, number 3, Georgia Weiss, number 31, Raiden Farido, number 16, Alyssa Van Hurick, number 8, Georgia Crawley, number 27 rather, Joy Moithius, number 12, Claudia Heinzel, number 4, and Caitlin Mohan, number 11. For the West Coast Cobras, in net, we've got Annie Farrell, number 1, Gemma Skinner, number 14, Frankie Murray Hocking, number 12, EJ Silva, number 6, Elise Clemenson, number 7, Crystal Brook, 22, Samantha Brady, number 10, Tatum Spencer, number 8, Sarah Ranieri, number 3, and Shelby Cochran, number 6. As we get underway now, Tabane. Well defended there by the Cobras. Still on the ball, though, rather, the Wolves. Heinzel looks for that switch of play. Burdett now to Tabane. Back to Burdett. Goes inside, but just over the top of the bar. It's never going to test Annie Farrell in net. As we see the Cobras set up in that 3-1 as Silva checks in short. Brady, now Cochran. Still on the ball. Tries to cut it inside, looking for the run of Brady. Just couldn't find her, and will get back underway through Mohan. It's good to see her back. Didn't play last weekend for some unknown reason, but it's good to see her back after that big grand final performance from her, keeping a clean sheet and then saving that last minute penalty. It was an exceptional performance from her. Just missed out on that grand final MVP due to the other goalkeeper, Noi Pekau, but it's good to see her back and see what she can do in the Women's Supa-Liga. Now, back on the ball, Brady looks for the chip over the top. Well defended there by Tabane, who just keeps possession. Burdett brings it inside. Switch of play out wide to Heinzel. But well defended there by Cochran, who just sees it out of touch. Van Hurick, well defended there by Brady. There's an opportunity. There's a 3v2, brings it inside, looks for the switch of play to Silva, but the Wolves have done well to get back in numbers, and now it's their opportunity. Van Hurick lays it off to Burdett, and well seen out again by Cochran. Heinzel out wide. Again, just sloppy in possession there, and Farrell collects it for the Cobras. Cochran across to Brady. Bit of miscommunication there, and Brady's pass goes astray. Here's a chance for the Cockburn Wolves. Delightful ball down to Van Hurick, who lays it off for Burdett. Just got nudged by Silva, and it got taken off balance, and now Silva on the attack. Resets to Brady. Beautiful ball down the line to Cochran. Murray rather. Silva goes for the shot. Well saved, Mohan. And then collects the follow-up. Heinzel. Delightful diagonal pass into Burdett, but her touch just let her down. And now Brady collects for the Cobras. It's good to see the Cobras back in action. Obviously they had a bye in round 1. And they just narrowly missed out on that finals position by the Cockburn Wolves, but only 2 points. And then obviously we all know what the Cockburn Wolves ended up completing that season. So West Coast Cobras will want to get one better of them this afternoon. Beautiful turn there by Van Hurick. Farrell comes out. She got sent in the dummy, but does well to collect it. The follow-up. Thought for sure Van Hurick would find the back of the net, but here's Tabane, played inside, well defended there by Murray, but referee Tom Claver said no foul, but referee Kevin saw something Tom Claver didn't, and it will be a free kick on the edge of the box. Now, Tabane goes for the shot and it rattles off the side bar. Don't know how that didn't find the back of the net, but brilliant free kick there by Tabane. Just caught out Ranieri on that near post, and that was a big opportunity there for the Cockburn Wolves. Now, Silva down the line to Ranieri. Keeps it in play, does well, resets to Clemenson, who goes wide to Brady. Ball inside looking for Silva, but just goes astray, and Mohan will collect for the Wolves. Brady back to Clemenson, but well read there by Tabane, and now there's an opportunity, and there it is. Mariana Tabane makes it 1-0 for the Cockburn Wolves. So just look at the replay. Brilliant play there by Van Hurik, who just brought it into the feet of Tabane, who played it wide, and a delightful ball inside for the finish. It was great play there by the Cockburn Wolves, and they find themselves 1-0 up as you see Spencer check on for her first minutes of the match. Another one of the talented youth in the the West Coast Cobras system. Be great to see what she can do this afternoon. Silva, now Clemenson, ball over the top looking for the run of Spencer, just goes astray. It's inside Tabane. Flicks it wide. Van Hurik. Now Heinzel. Tabane had made that delightful run inside, but just couldn't find her. Still on the ball though, the Cockburn Wolves, getting high pressed here from the Cobras. Silva. Now Ranieri. Played down the line. Spencer, good footwork, but eventually gets dispossessed by Heinzel. Here's a chance, plays it wide to Van Hurik, who brings it inside, and Mariana Tabane, she can't believe she didn't find the back of the net there, but we do have a timeout called by the West Coast Cobras. We'll be back with you just after this break.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
Back after the timeout. West Coast Cobras just calling that one through Coach Ben O'Brien to just settle things. The Cockburn Wolves have been getting the better of them in the last couple of minutes. So just to break that momentum, as we see Weiss for the Wolves check on for her first minutes. Ball over the top looking for Tabane. runs out of room. And now Farrell. Farrell to get us back underway for the Cobras. Goes for the long throw, looking for Clemenson. She made a good run. First touch was good, and she's still on it. Goes for the shot, but Tabane just collects that one for the Cobras. Sorry, the Wolves. Cobras ball. Cochran wide, well read there by Ferrito. She's in behind, but Farrell off her line quickly, happy to collect that one. She plays it into Silva, who flicks it wide to Clemenson. She's kept it in well, but her first touch just let her down there, and it'll be a goal kick for Mohan. Plays Ferrito. Takes it down the line, plays inside to Van Hurick. She's looked good. There's that target for the Cockburn Wolves. And this is excellent play to Bain. Probably should have shot, but she went for the layoff. That one just goes out of touch. Cochran takes it wide to Clemenson. Now Spencer gets dispossessed by Van Hurick, who plays Weiss. She skips past Spencer. Still on the ball, Weiss. Eventually just kicks it on goal. Never threatening, though, in that position. And now Cobras get us back underway. Delightful chip ball down the line. Cochran did well to get there, but Spencer collects. Now Spencer against other youngster Ferrito. Inside to Clemenson, looking for the run. Now back to Spencer, plays inside. Murray. She has no options and she's getting double teamed. Eventually gets dispossessed by Tabane on the counter attack, but Spencer did well to get back. But Van Hurick uses her physicality well, and here's an opportunity. Can she make it two? Ball rolls, and that's just delightful by Alyssa Van Hurick, the number 8 for the Cockburn Wolves, as we just watch it on the replay. Beautiful 1-2 there with Tabane, and she waited for Farrell to come out off her line and just ball rolled it. Puts it into the back of the net. She tried that earlier on in the game. Didn't work out, but now the second time around it has. There she is again, just seeing that one out of touch. Great game so far from her. The Cobras are going to have to get moving. Only 10 minutes into this match and it's already 2-0. The Wolves, they're responding from last week's defeat. And this is a performance that we know they are capable of, but there's still plenty of time left. Let's see if the West Coast Cobras can get back into this contest. Wide to Weiss. Played inside. Van Hurick lays it off to Tabane. Brilliant futsal. And I thought for a second that it just hit the outside of the bar, but it's in again, and it's a third for the Cockburn Wolves. Just brilliant futsal from them as we look on the replay. Tabane, that's her second of the match. And now we see Joy Mothius check on for her first stint of the match. Murray, big collision there and wins herself a free kick. Moithius just checking in, maybe slightly cold and just left a leg dangling there. Now we'll get this free kick underway. Spencer's ball wide. Onto self. A side ball. Ferrito tries to skip past one. She does well, but Spencer did well to get that one back to Murray, but still going Ferrito. Beautiful intensity there. Another chance for Van Heurik. Can she make it 4? No, she can't. Just wide of the post. Looking for her second of the match. It's becoming a party for the Cockburn Wolves. Weiss inside to Van Heurik. Looks for the 1-2, but well covered there by Brady. Plays wide to Spencer. He's doing well. Plays wide. Looks for the 1-2. Tatum Spencer. Just couldn't find the back of the net there. But that was better from the West Coast Cobras. Delightful 1-2 with Murray. Just goes out of touch. But now here come the Cockburn Wolves. Van Heurik looking for the cut back to Weiss. Just didn't pull it off. And now Brady out wide to Murray. Inside to Cockburn. But that one just goes out of touch and Wolves get us back underway. To Bain. Ball down the line. Well read there by Spencer. Sees it out of touch as we see Ranieri check back on for her second stint of the match. Ferrito. Van Heurik. Ball down the line looking for Weiss. Wasn't good enough. Ranieri loose touch into Bain. Delightful chip. She wins herself a free kick there. To Bain. We'll see what she can cook up. Plays wide to Ferrito. And that was better dealt with there by the West Coast Cobras. Back to Bain. Inside Van Heurik looking for the 1-2 again, but well dealt with there again by Spencer. Brady looked to win that one, but again Van Heurik. What a performance she's having so far. Sees that one out of touch. And now the Wolves back in possession, but as I say that, it switches ways. And now the Ranieri happy to see that one out of play. Spencer. Ball into Brady. Wants to get past to Bain, but just goes out of touch. Spencer. Wide to Ranieri. First time to Brady. Ranieri. Beautiful ball over the top. What a goal this would be. Spencer's first touch just let her down. But the Cobras are building up into this contest. Last 2 chances going to them. But the Cockburn Wolves. So just look at the replay on that opportunity. Beautiful ball over the top by Ranieri. And then Murray just touched that one into Spencer, but a touch just let her down. Brady. Wide to Murray. Dispossessed by Bain, but does well to fight back and win it. Ranieri wide to Silva. Now Murray looks to take down Bain down the line, but very few can do so, and she loses it. And now the Wolves, they've worked out of that press brilliantly. Van Heurik, she skips past Spence actually, but Farrell, safe hands there, and happy to collect that one for the Cobras as we see Murray check out for Clemenson. Heinzel out wide to Van Heurik. Now played inside to Bain. Sloppy pass, and now Brady's on the move. Goes down the line, does well to skip past one, but Tabane, her experience, does well to understand that situation and cut that ball across. Ranieri looking for the back post. Again, got to say the Cobras are going to have to start taking these chances, but there's a great opportunity made there again by Ranieri. Ferrito into Burdett. Ball looking for the target, sloppy, but then Hurek did well to win the ball back. Now Heinzel down the line to Ferrito. Skips past one, but then Brady read that ball well. Plays it into Ranieri, wide to Silva. Switch of play, it was on to Clemenson, but the ball just too far in front of Clemenson for her to make anything real of that one. Silva. Wide to Clemenson. Now Ranieri goes down the line looking for Brady. Good first touch by Brady. Keeps possession. It's good rotation by the Cobras. Switch of play to Brady. Now Silva back to Ranieri. Look at this one-touch futsal. Brilliant by the Cobras. Brady just waiting for the opportunity, not wasting it, but Silva's touch just let her down there. It's out for a goal kick as we enter stop clock territory. Ferrito. Burdett. Ranieri did well to read that ball. Sees it out of touch. Now Wolves back on the ball. Brady again reads that one well. Working well defensively. The Cobras keeping them in this contest. Got to say, they've got to pull one back, though, before half-time. As Ranieri checks out for Cochran. Silva played wide to Cochran, who switches it to Clemenson. Just being patient on the ball here, the Cobras. As I say that, Cochran's pass goes astray. Some would say commentator's curse. I wouldn't, but some would. Now Van Hurek switches it to Heinzel. First touch into Burdett. Looks for the curler to back post, but just goes astray as Brady looks for the sub. And Murray checks back on. Long ball looking for it. Well read by Burdett, but Murray, great press, contesting it with Burdett, but it is a foul there called by Burdett. And maybe a last roll of the dice in this first half for the West Coast Cobras. Referee Kevin Panselli was looking to see if there was an advantage there, but eventually Murray was pushed back, and here's an opportunity. Plays wide. Cochran. That was a good chance, but over the top of the bar. Now Mohan goes long. Well read there by Murray, but it rolls all the way back to Mohan. Clemenson wide to Silva. Into Cochran. 30 seconds left on the clock. Good press there by the Wolves, and they're back on the ball. And that just collected well by Farrell. And Murray gets dispossessed there by Van Hurek. Still going. 7 seconds left on the clock. Have to get a shot on goal, or Cockburn Wolves will just be happy to see this half out. And just want more of the same from them in the second. As the full halftime whistle blows, we'll be back with you just after this break. back to the second half of action. So far, you'd have to say the Cockburn Wolves are dominating this contest, but towards that second half of the first half, the West Coast Cobras had done well. They had a lot of opportunities, just couldn't find the back of the net, but they've definitely warmed up into the contest, and we'll see what the second half of action brings. An early goal for the West Coast Cobras could see them get that momentum swinging and get a second and a third, and you'll never know what happens then. But as I say that, and looking for the momentum, the Cockburn Wolves make it a fourth. So just look at the replay. Georgia Weiss. The Cobras just left so much space through the middle. And now the Cockburn Wolves 4, West Coast Cobras 0. That was the first goal for Brooke Burdett. Cochran wide to Silva. Into touch for Spencer. Back to Murray. Looking for that chip ball over the top. It doesn't hit the roof. In fact, it falls to Spencer, who's just trying to do a flick up and shot, but just gets dispossessed. And now Cobras have done well to keep the ball. But again, as I say that, it just goes out of touch. Maybe commentator's curse is a real thing. Spencer through the legs of Heinzel. Silva into Spencer. Cochran looking for that long ball into Silva. Just runs out of touch. Cochran, good physicality there, but ultimately Heinzel came out on top, but her pass just goes astray. Back with Cochran. Wide to Murray. Now Spencer. Good footwork. Still on the ball. Happy to reset it to Cochran. Back to Silva. Now Cochran. Tabane now for the Wolves. They're getting pressed heavily here, and Cochran just sees that one out of play. Well defended there by Silva, but Mariana Tabane's through. Big save by Farrell. She looks for the cutback. Burdett just couldn't find the right contact on the ball, but she does well to win the ball back from this kick-in. Weiss trying some skill moves, but ultimately gets dispossessed. And now Spencer wide to Cochran, into touch for Silva. Back to Cochran. Played wide to Murray. Tries to get past Weiss. Couldn't. She sees it out of play. Cochran wide to Spencer, into touch for Murray. Can they get an opportunity here? Spencer looks to ball roll Heinzel. She did well though to read that, but still going Spencer. Look for the pass to the back post, but ultimately gets dispossessed. And now here comes Burdett. Silva does well. Silva inside Murray. Bit loose on the ball, and now Farrell looks for the chip down the line for Cochran. Right idea, but just out of play. Wolves back on the ball. Ferrito skips past Spencer, but good awareness to see that one out of play. Ranieri Looks for the switchback, and now Spencer. Here's an opportunity. Plays it wide for Clemenson, but Burdett tracked back well. Sees that one out of play. Ranieri, long-ranged effort. Never going to challenge Mohan in goal. Tabane. Press calls called from the Cobras bench, and now they've won back the ball. Good spell of possession here, but Weiss did well to win that one back and out for a corner ball. Now Ranieri into Clemenson. That one over the bar. Just got under that. Wasn't a great shot at all. Now Wolves with Burdett. Switch of play, gets dispossessed. Clemenson. Now Brady wide to Ranieri. Back with Brady. Chip over the top. Now that was just delightful, but Mohan did well. Came out and sees it out of touch. Mohan just got the leg of Ranieri in the follow-up, but she's all right. Tabane goes across to Burdett. Inside Farrido. Gets dispossessed by Brady. Still going Brady, but Tabane says no. And Wolves back on the ball. Farrido skips past Brady, goes down the line to Tabane. What a goal this would be. Into Weiss. Shoots, but big save Farrell. That was excellent play there by the Cockburn Wolves. Farrido, Tabane, Weiss all connecting brilliantly. But Farrell, big save from her. Weiss down the line, Burdett into touch for Farrido. Back to Burdett. Long ball now for the Cobras, looking for Ranieri. She was going to try and flick it on to Clemenson, but just didn't pull off in the end. Now long ball for Farrido. Well dealt with there by the two youngsters. And now Spencer plays wide to Brady, who's still in possession. Goes for the shot, but Mohan happy to see that win to touch. As we see Van Herrick check back on. Foul there on Farrido. See what they can conjure up here. Goes for long-ranged effort. It was dipping. Farrell was off her line, but just over the bar. Into touch for Brady. But Wolves ultimately get out the best and back in possession. Van Herrick wide to Tabane. Delightful ball back to Van Herrick, who brings it inside to Burdett. Long-ranged effort. Farrell collects that one. And she goes long, looking for Silva. Well dealt with there by Farrido. But still going Ranieri. She's giving it her all. Sarah Ranieri asking for more support. Bit of miscommunication there, and it is a Cobras ball. Resets back to Clemenson, who goes inside to Silva. Good first touch, holding it up well, but ultimately gets dispossessed. And now Burdett for the Wolves. Tabane, now Farrido. That ball down the line looking for Van Herrick. Just goes out of touch. Brady, long ball looking for Silva. Tabane's touch just goes out of play, and Cobras will regain possession. Now, Brady getting pressed hard here by Van Heurik. Still on the ball though, Brady. Looks for that switch of play, but ultimately Burdett switches it now to Ferrito. Goes for the shot, but that one's too wide and out of touch. Now Cobras, they're electing to go long the last couple of instances. Didn't work this time. And the Wolves have another opportunity. Tabane. Van Heurik skips past two and wins herself a foul. Well done there, Van Heurik. What a match she has played this afternoon. And now Tabane over the free kick. We saw what she did in the first half. Plays it to Ferrito. Who ultimately got the shot off. It almost bobbled in, but Farrell happy to see that out for a corner ball. Played long, well read there by Silva. Exceptional game awareness as she waits for her support. Into Clemenson. Back wide to Silva. Now Murray, look for this diagonal switch. Still on the ball though, Murray. But ultimately, and Heurik and Tabane get out on top. Loose ball and Brady pressed as well. But it is a Cockburn Wolves side ball. Long ball down, well railed there by Silva. She's still going, Silva. Into Murray. Now Brady, good first touch. Will this be the opening goal for the West Coast Cobras? No, just wide. Tabane into Van Heurik. Back wide to Tabane. Now Ferrito. Diagonal ball looking for Van Heurik. Doing well, the Wolves. Just keeping the ball between themselves. But the high press does come from the Cobras. And now Brady on the counter-attack. It's a 3v2, but Ferrito comes back in support. And Silva's pass to Brady just let her down. Goes out of touch for a corner ball. Wolves just happy to pass between themselves. Tabane ultimately gets second best to Brady. Now Cobras. It's a good ball there by Clemenson. Just a bit too much for Murray to control though. Now Wolves get us back underway. Beautiful footwork there by Van Heurik, and here's an opportunity. Weiss goes to the back post. Still going Weiss, and Brady. How good that was that defensively. Wants yourself a goal kick, but the timeout has been called for the West Coast Cobras. We'll be back with you just after this break. Timeout. We'll see what the West Coast Cobras have elected to do. And Annie Farrell is coming up. They are electing to go with the 5th man. So we'll see if this works for them. In a pentagon shape, actually. I haven't seen this before, but we'll see what happens. Silva and Spencer just alter the ball between themselves, and now out wide to Murray. Inside, Farrell! It's at the back post. Will it find the back of the net? Yes, it will! That was good, well worked there by the West Coast Cobras. Farrell just made a contest in the middle, and I believe it was Sam Brady at the back post that got a touch on that one to see it in the back of the net. But there's now a timeout called for the Cockburn Wolves to address this 5th man. We'll be back with you just after this break. Back after the timeout. We just heard from the Cockburn Wolves timeout. They just want to address that 5th man for when the West Coast Cobras are in possession. And now Annie Farrell comes up, and we'll see how they set it up, if they changed anything or if they're electing to go the same. High press being called there by the Cockburn Wolves, but they ultimately get dispossessed. And Spencer, can she make it a second for the Cobras? She doesn't. But well dealt with there by Farrell. Out to Spencer. Wide to Murray. A shot! But not a shot on target. And it goes over the top of the bar. Well dealt with there by Spencer to see that one out of touch from Van Urick. And now, can you smell that? It smells like a sniff of hope for the West Coast Cobras. Will they get back into this contest? We will wait and see. And now Gemma Skinner is going to be the 5th man for the West Coast Cobras, checking on for her first minutes. Brilliant footwork there by Silva. And now the Cobras are out. Down to Skinner, who gets a shot on target. The follow-up. I was going to say handball, but it was by Mohan. Brilliant save on the follow-up. This is great play now by the West Coast Cobras. Skinner goes for the dummy run, but now can the Cobras make it a 5th to Bain? Now Van Urick. Skinner slides in, but that's unfortunate from Jenna Skinner. She does score, but in the wrong net. And now she's a bit upset with herself. She checks off. And Farrell checks back on. Plays it back to Spencer. Now Silva. Back to Spencer. Switches it to Silva. To Lyde. I was going to say delightful ball, but Farrell just stuck in the central. Big press here now being called by the West Coast Cobras. Can they make something out of it? It's bobbling around, and we're happy to see that one out of touch. As the Cobras now set up the 5th man. If they can get it around the back, but Just sloppy on the ball again. Murray and Silva. Ball over the top. What a first touch there by Van Hurek. And now there was a half opportunity there for the Wolves, but just gets dispossessed. And now Cobras, they'll set up their fifth man again. 3.5 minutes left on the clock. You'd have to say it's definitely in the Cockburn Wolves' hands, but we'll see what transpires in these last 3 minutes. I have seen crazy things happen in futsal, but can Georgia Weiss make this a sixth? Yes, she can, and she's on the score sheet. 6-1 to the Cockburn Wolves. What a performance from them. Just dealt with that fifth man excellently, defended it well, and Georgia Weiss sees it in the back of the net. Composed finish. But the West Coast Cobras will get us back underway. Can they maybe pull a couple back, make it more respectable of a scoreline? Skinner back on for her second stint of the match in the fifth man. Farrell just needing a rest on the sidelines. Silva, wide to Ranieri. Ranieri's pass just goes astray. That's been the pattern of the match so far from the West Coast Cobras. Some good plays, but overall just a bit sloppy in possession and conceding opportunities just like this. Burdette goes long, but never going to challenge Skinner in goal. She rolls it out to Ranieri, who plays it down to Clementson. Good first touch. She's holding it up well, but Georgia Weiss, that pressure, exceptional, sees it out of touch. Skinner back to Ranieri. Just working this fifth man. Good switch of play out to Silva. And now there's a free man in the space, but well dealt with there by the Wolves defense. Just a minute. Cobras back on the ball, setting up this fifth man, looking for the back post, but Clemenson just wasn't on the same wavelength as Skinner. Tracks back to goal. Weiss, diagonal ball, gets intercepted well by Silva. Right to Clemenson. It's dispossessed there well by Weiss. Ranieri demanding more from her teammates. And that was good play there by the Wolves. Farrell, can she get a goal for herself? No, but can Murray? No! Referees are going to have a discussion from this. I think referee Ton and Kevin just discussing this. Will it be a free kick? Yes, it will. Can they pull one back? West Coast Cobras, Silva over the ball. But Murray goes for the dummy run into Silva and Farrell. That's not great from Annie Farrell. In baseball, we'd say a swing and a miss. But here's an opportunity. Silva again. Mohan, what a save from her. She's been not having tested much in this game, but exceptionally done well. And Tabane, look at that footwork. And Weiss is in behind. Can she make it a seventh? No, she can't, but wow, she sent those West Coast Cobras defenders flying. Into Ranieri. The fifth man again. Now, they may lose this match, but they are comfortable with the fifth man, the West Coast Cobras, and it can come in handy going into later contests throughout the season. Full press here being called by the Cobras. Well dealt with there by Clemenson. Good footwork, but just runs out of space. Farrell and Skinner switching with each other for the fifth man. But now the Wolves are on the ball. We'll see what happens here. Burdett over the top, looking for Weiss, but just goes out of play. 31 seconds on the clock. The Wolves will be the winners this evening as we tick over 5 p.m. They have been very, very strong, and just after that blip last week, losing out to the, I believe, the Western Devils. Sorry, rather the Northern Hawks. They got better of the Cockburn Wolves last time out, but it's been a big performance from the Cockburn Wolves to respond to that loss and get a big win for themselves. 6-1. It will be on the evening. And don't forget to join us for the rest of the evening. We've got some great matchups, starting with the next Women's Supa-Liga game. The Northern Hawks up against the Andinas. We'll see what transpires there. As the full-time whistle goes, Cockburn Wolves 6, West Coast Cobras 1. Scorers for the Cockburn Wolves: Mariana Tabane got 2. Brooke Burdett with the 1, Georgia Weiss with the 1, and Elisa Van Hurick. What a performance from her with the 1. West Coast Cobras, the lone scorer was Samantha Brady. Thank you for joining us this evening, and we'll see you for the next one. Thank you.